Shard with golden splinters from the shattered attic skylight in the back of his head. A lion tamer's chair. Light as a feather, it could be lifted with a little finger. The loop of its back sprung open in a frozen whiplash. Its legs scarred by tooth and claw, its seat missing. And on the floor beneath it, the philosopher's stone wrapped in an unwritten poem that had crashed through the skylight. A ransom note that for the rest of his life would make impossible demands for its own return.
A couple from Belfast, on holiday in Spain, had become lost in the mountains above Marbella. After driving around in circles for over an hour, they stopped at a small whitewashed building just off the road to ask for directions. As they approached the building, much to their surprise, they heard my voice introducing a piece of music. As Sunday Club members, they were familiar with my voice and with my style. The building was being used as a studio by Paul Yates, whom they found inside painting two huge snowman figures in the searing heat of a Spanish afternoon. Very quickly they found themselves with a glass of wine and some bread and olives to refresh them. They discovered that Paul Yates was a great fan of the Sunday Club, and wherever and whenever he painted, he would have a dozen or so cassette recordings of the Sunday Club, recorded over decades, to relax him. It was the only company he permitted when he was painting. A very good evening to you and a warm welcome, and if you've just joined us for the first time tonight.
Waiting to remember receipt of a secret message sent to a past self sometime before. A man singing in his sleep dreams out loud instead of receiving an SOS from a future self, warning of the perils of going midnight swimming in the heart. All he ever wanted was to be left alone long enough to get to be someone else. Now there were two more of him, and no one left to be anyone else. He wants that last chance he got over again. The broken and curled up violin string of his life, out of tune but true, rising up like a hair on a brush when a hand passes over it, twisting itself into a line of poetry in a language all its own, and mimicking perfectly the shape of the wound in his cracked locket heart. Close up against both sides of melting mares of solitude, he grows homesick for places he has never been.